Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming this really pretty smoky cranberry look using my Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. I actually just got this palette not too long ago, maybe like 2-3 days ago, so I was excited to film a look on this just because you guys know I'm such a berry toned gal and I love anything berry toned. I just buy anything that's berry toned mauve shades, like you know me. So if you want to learn how to get this a really pretty look, then please keep on watching. So I'm just applying some chapstick. This is my Drunk Elephant Lippie Balm. I actually really like it. It's so moisturizing. Kind of looks like a mini glue. Go ahead and prime our eyelids. I'm using my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre today. So now I'm just going to go in with my Lexi 233 and my Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just going to set Soft Ochre. I'm also just going to set my brows per usual. Alright, so we're going to be using the new Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. This palette is just so pretty. I'm not a fan of like cherry anything, like I don't eat cherries, but I just thought this color, the palette and like the color scheme was so pretty because I'm very into like these darker berry colors. Just so gorgeous. I've used this once other time and I wanted to do a look on this palette, and the colors are just very pretty. I loved the Naked Heat palette. That's one of my favorite palettes from them. I just love the Naked Heat palette. I really want to get the Naked Heat Petite because that's really just so gorgeous and it's good for on the go, but I'm a berries kind of gal, so love this shade range in this palette. And it does come with a dual end brush maybe that I'll use later. But so gorgeous and I'm excited to use it. I'm just going to go ahead with my Morphe M504 and I'm going to be taking the color Feels and Juicy together. I'm going to start applying that onto the crease. I'm going to start in the middle and blend. Alright, next I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe R37, going in with this color Bing right here. Super gorgeous, really pretty, like darkened magenta with a little bit of a berry tint, if that makes any sense. I'm going to go ahead and just deepen this up. I'm going to mostly focus this on the outer corners. Alright, so after Bing, I'm going to go ahead and take Devilish right here, which is a very pretty berry color. It's not too dark, but it still is darker than Bing. And this is my Morphe M441. I'm just going to go ahead and deepen it up as well. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just like poking the brush into my eye and looking, kind of tilting my head back and looking right into my mirror right here and just like blending it in because I don't really have a prominent crease, so I'm just poking this in and going back and forth, mostly focusing on the outer corner, but whatever I have left on the brush I'll be going into the inner corners of my eye just to create that illusion and depth. It's really pretty. I love this palette so much. If you love your berries and your cherry tone colors, I highly recommend this color. It's really pretty for like fall and like Thanksgiving too. I mean, like just during those holidays. It's just so beautiful. Like I just can't get enough of this palette. Go back in with my Morphe M504, take a little bit of the color Feels and just blend out any harsh lines. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the deepest color. This is my Morphe M513 and I'm going to be taking Privacy, this really deepened like kind of like cherry cola color, and I'm going to apply this onto the outer corners to completely just smoke this eye look out. I'm going to go in with a little bit of color first. I don't know how pigmented this shade actually is and I don't want to go in too deep like too much of the shade and I can't blend it out nicely. So I'm just going to take a little bit, start with my little circular blending motions. And I'll just slowly go in with the color a little bit more and more. And slowly just bring that color in. It's so pretty. I like how it just deepened it up really nicely. It's like really gorgeous. I mean, right now I look kind of like I have a black eye again, like every smoky eye I do, but so pretty. Like blend out some areas, you know. I didn't grab any extra product, just whatever is on the brush. But I'm gonna what am I saying? What I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I'm gonna go ahead and add the lid shade. I really want to use this color Ambitious right here. So I'm just gonna apply that, or wow, that's really pretty. Grab some color on my finger and apply that onto the lid. I'm going to go ahead and take the dual-ended brush it came with. It's a really pretty brush, actually. I'm just not a fan of like dual-ended brushes because it's hard to store them, but I'm going to take the more fluffier side and I'm going to blend this out. Brush and grab a little bit of color, of that Ambitious color. Taking my Too Faced Hangover RX, I'm just going to spritz it. Oh, that's so... Alright, I have a lot of fallout on my face because I just applied that Ambitious color with my fingers and I just like fell down on my face. I'm going to go back in and blend my blend the colors together using my Morphe M513 without taking any additional product just right now. I'm just going to blend it first to make it more gradient looking. I'm just going to pull that into the inner corners. Taking my M504, just going to softly blend. I take a little bit of the Privacy shade with my M513. I'm just going to take this very clean Morphe M441. I'm just going to blend out right here so it doesn't get too... I don't know the correct word I want to say, just to make sure it's all blended out when I apply my concealer and everything so it doesn't look like a stamp. I just recently purchased, okay, I don't know what I want to do first. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some of my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquid in Champagne Pop on the high points of my face. Just going to take a little bit of that, just a little dollop. With my Tarte buffer brush, just on the high points of my face. So a little bit on my forehead, whatever I have left over, because I do get a little bit oily. Alright, so I recently purchased these Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundations. I do like them by themselves, however, because my skin has a ton of like redness and dark spots right now. Until I get to clear these up and wear them by themselves. I did wear them by themselves mixed together because they, I'm kind of like in between shades right now because my shoulders are like really dark, but everywhere else like my face is really light. I'm gonna mix the shade 4 and 6 together, and I'm gonna use this kind of as like a primer, if you will. A little layer of the Hello, I cannot talk. I'm going to be using basically the Hello Happy, I'm using the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation as a primer with a little bit of coverage on there. The coverage is nice, you can build this up, but I do like full coverage, as you all know. So I'm going to just, oh my god, I cannot talk obviously. I do like these though if you like have really beautiful skin already and you don't need anything full coverage. I, however, don't have beautiful flawless skin. I do have a lot of redness right now, so I'm going to mix the two shades together to create a shade that fits me a little bit. Just going to apply a layer of that. I'm going to take my pink beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it out. And this will just kind of like even out my skin tone for me. This is one layer of the Hello Happy foundation, just a really light layer. As you can still see, it covered a good amount, but I still do have some redness peeking through, some uneven discoloration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my YSL All Hours foundation. This is in the color BD40 Warm Sand. I'm just going to use that to apply as my actual foundation and just apply it all over the face. And I really enjoy using this foundation. It's so beautiful, the finish, and it gives me amazing coverage. Like, my skin truly looks flawless for as long as I'm wearing it. This is actually my first time using the Hello Happy under the All Hours, and I actually really like it. It's really beautiful. Taking my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Ginger, I'm going to cover up the darkness, correct under my eyes, kind of shape my eyeshadow a little bit. I kind of avoid applying any foundation under my eyes just because I do go in with quite a bit of concealer, so I don't need that like additional layer under my eyes, if you get where I'm coming from. What I'm gonna do is, since I blended out my initial like concealer that corrects my under eyes, I'm gonna use my my Morphe E28 to blend out just this area right here where my shadow meets the concealer and foundation. And to kind of brighten up and everything, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in 2W and 1N. I'm going to go in with 2W first. Alright, then I'm going to take 1N, which is a little bit lighter and more in the neutral range, and I'm going to just apply some. I just love how my skin looks right now. It's really like flawless. And it's not like it feels like heavy too, since I used the Hello Flawless as like a light layer of foundation and coverage. It just, everything blended in very beautifully. What I'm going to do is take this Purple Beauty blender. I'm just going to further blend everything out. And then I'm going to bake using the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. I'm basically just baking under my eyes, my forehead. Everything else I'm kind of like pressing in. I'm going to go ahead and dust this Hourglass powder off using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in the shade 220. I'm also using my Morphe E48 brush. I set my whole face with the Maybelline powder using my 103 from Real Techniques. This was like their old holiday, wait, is it a holiday brush? I'm not quite sure. It's like their metals collection. I just like it because it's like angled, you know. Back in with my Morphe E4828. I'm just going to blend right here. So I'm going to go ahead and warm up my face. This is the Too Faced, the little... So my memory card got full, I just had to change it. As I was saying, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers. I believe this was like a holiday book that they launched a couple years back. I feel like they should launch this again or something similar to this, just because their bronzers are so beautiful. And I believe this is all of their bronzers in just a little tiny book, which is amazing. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M551, and I'm going to take the bronzing shades Endless Summer and a little bit of this one right here, which is, I believe, the medium deep. And then I'm just going to mix them together. The Endless Summer one has a little bit of shimmer to it, if you guys were wondering. So it's not completely matte, so which is why I'm mixing it with a little bit of a matte bronzer. I just like the two mixed together, okay? Oh, hold my beauty hair. I mean, my baby hairs back. Okay, then for a little bit of contour, I'm going to be using my NYX Highlight and Contour palette. I'm just going to dip in a little bit of each contour shade using my Morphe E4. I've come to love contouring with like an angled brush. I used to love using the MAC 109 or anything sort of like that brush type. Slightly dusting it to make my 5 head a little bit smaller. And my chin. And blend this out using my Bdellium Tools 959. So we're gonna carve out the contour. What I'm gonna do next off camera, just because it is really hard to get in the frame when I do it, I'm gonna be taking the Colourpop Besto Creme Gel Liner and I'm gonna smoke it out on the lower lash line using my Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Brown Out. I'm gonna tight line with that, and then mascara, I'm gonna be using the Hourglass Caution Mascara. And I'm not quite sure which lashes I'm going to use today, but I will let you guys know when I'm all done with this. Alright, so I dusted off the Hourglass powder. I also added some lashes. This is the Sugarbaby lashes from Baddie B. They're my favorites at the moment. And I use my House of Lashes glue. So my next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking the color Devilish right here. I'll mix a little bit of Bing as well. I'm going to be using my Morphe M432. Head and apply that. Next I'm going to take the pencil side and I'm just going to blend that out. I'll be setting my eyebrows. This is my Hourglass Arc Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel in Soft Brunette. 2 shades right here. I think it's PYT and Ambition. I'm going to take my Morphe E4. I'm just going to take a little bit of both because they're very pigmented. So I'm just going to tap it on the back. Look how pigmented it is and look how pigmented it made my brush. Alright, so I'm going to apply highlighter next. I recently got the little Nars little duo set with the bronzer, Laguna bronzer, and then their highlighter, which is Fort de France. And I've been wanting to try their new highlighter, so I just got it. I didn't realize it'd be this tiny, but it's super cute. Look how tiny that is. So I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to be taking my Morphe R31 and just apply the highlighter. I've heard very good things about this highlighter, so I'm excited. It's like very skin-like. Oh, that is pretty. Wait, you guys, that is so beautiful. I don't think I've ever used, actually I've used Nars Albatross before, but that's so beautiful. It's like skin-like. And it's blinding. Okay. I've been wanting to try the new highlighters for so long, and I'm so glad I got this. This is so pretty and so cute. Okay, I'm gonna just blend this out just to blend it in with everything. I take the Dose of Colors pencil brush. I'm gonna use the little mirror. It's so adorable. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Too Faced Hangover X. Mascara on my lower lashes. I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash, and I just really like it because the wand is curved, so it's easier to get into my lower lashes. Now we're going to apply some lip liner. My all-time favorite lip liner is the Colourpop and I Love Study Lippie pencil in 951 or Curvy, whichever one I have on hand, to be honest. I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to go ahead and apply Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow liquid lipstick, long-lasting lipstick. I forget what this is called. Alright, so this is actually the end of the tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed this really pretty smoky cranberry look. Please let me know down below what other looks you'd like me to use or film using the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. This is the only thing I got from the collection. Like I said, I'm not a cherry person, so I didn't get the setting spray and I didn't get any of the lip products. I just didn't think that I'd put them to use, and the blush and highlighter trio I just didn't get either because I did get the original ones that were launched within the Naked Face palette, but I didn't really use those to begin with, so I thought that this would be the only product that you'd actually be able to put to use and film a video on. So let me know down below what other looks you'd like me to film. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for watching.